Here are our favourite bugs and glitches from the new definitive release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Quick question. What happens when you entrust an iconic game to a mobile game developer? Well, a broken mess. So first off, let's see if the developers fixed any of the many glitches we've known about for over a decade. We're actually quite happy that they didn't fix the monster truck glitch. This is where you put one of the front wheels of a monster truck onto the hood of a car, which has a chance of sending them hurtling through the air. In fact, they'll either fly off at supersonic speeds or just disappear. It's quite addictive, actually. Remember how in the original game you could steal a train and then keep accelerating so that you'd go through the barrier and onto unlocked islands? Well, luckily you can still do that in the definitive edition. If you don't derail the damn thing in the run-up. Another place you could access before you were meant to was the Easter Bay Airport. Just punch the gates and quickly turn away from them. It may take a few attempts, but eventually they'll just open and you're free to go inside. At this spot on the coastline of Flint County, if you swim down and against this rock, then CJ will suddenly start to run underwater. Now you can run around and shoot dolphins. Or spawn a car using a cheat code to drive around on the seabed. In the original game, if you parked a freeway motorbike next to this vent in Area 69, then CJ would glitch inside when you press triangle. Guess what? This still works. I mean, of course it does. I don't know why we're even surprised at this point. Just south of Area 69 is a small town called Fort Carson. In the original game, you'd often find a beagle here, incorrectly placed partially inside a house, that would explode a few seconds after entering it. This still appears in the new definitive release. Okay, remember the town in the north of Red County with the stunt jump over the broken bridge? Well, if you shot cars at this junction facing west, then they'd accelerate down the dirt path and over the jump. Well, they'd try to. In the definitive edition, much like in the original, you can also experience drivers completely bottling the jump and falling into the river below. Bikes seem to make it though. Our final glitch is what we like to call making a zombie. If you were able to lure a pedestrian into a spray garage whilst you had a car repainted, then when the garage doors reopened, the NPC would be invincible. A zombie, if you will. This still happens. Much like in 2004, you can throw everything you have at this freak of nature and experience them not dying all over again. So those were some glitches. Now we'll have a look at how the developers have butchered certain aspects of the game that were absolutely fine. In the original San Andreas, CJ's head remains above the water whilst he is swimming. In the definitive edition, well, quite frankly, we have absolutely no idea what's going on. Even when CJ is swimming, he's constantly bouncing up and down. Did anybody actually test this game? Sticking with the same theme, we loved how in the original game when you hovered a helicopter over the ocean, then you'd create a mist. Pretty neat effect in 2004. much better than whatever this effect is in the new remaster. I mean, come on, what even is this? Did you ever just steal a plane and fly out to sea? In the original, you could fly out for what seemed like an eternity. However, in the definitive edition, for some reason there's a very clear white line in the sea. And if you fly over this, then the game just flips your aircraft 180 degrees. There's no cut edited in here. This is genuinely what happens. Look at how messed up CJ's animations are now when he's fat. Here he is in the original. And now the remaster. The definitive edition has also ruined many gym animations. Original, remaster. Notice how in the original game the animation is much better. You also used to be able to hit these punching bags. Too much fun, the developers must have thought. Oh yeah, and whilst we were in the gym, we tested whether it was still possible to access the famed Hidden Interiors universe using a jetpack. Yep. And finally, the game's atmosphere is ruined. Many areas, such as the Baco Beyond Woods, have lost what made them special. We used to be so creeped out entering this area in the mist. Well, not anymore, my friends. Much was made about the new extended draw distance in the promotion material for the new remastered trilogy. But, in our opinion, this actually ruins the game, as now you can see the entire map if you gain a little altitude, making the game world feel really small and square. A fog covering the world would have really helped immersion, instead of being able to clearly see every landmark at once. Rove Street Games, what did you do? We think that Tough Nut Donuts perfectly sums up the developers' care and attention to detail, as here they've smoothed the large nut on the front of the store and made it completely round. Good job, guys. Good job. What are your thoughts on the new GTA Remastered trilogy? Are you angry like us? Or are we being too critical? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.
For more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you don't miss any videos in the future. Cheers!